The 2026 RLCS season is well and truly in full swing, but as we look ahead towards what promises to be an enthralling return to Boston, let's take a quick step back and take stock of the stories that paved our way here. Vatira and Atto, now with Juicy, yes he's French, by their side, once more topped the European charts, but again couldn't go perfect. Man, missing out on an EU clean sweep must keep poor old Vatira up at night. Curse you, gentle mates! KC winning this season's shiny new kickoff LAN meant they sniped a fifth major spot for Europe right under North America's nose.
And it looks like it's all the blue wall. The kickoff LAN belongs to them.
Apparently Jack, Seiko and Joyo would be Johnny on the spot. No, not that one. As they won a thrilling tiebreaker to claim that fifth place. As a bitter Liverpool fan, it brings me great joy to say hard luck Man City and welcome GK to the major. Carmine Corp, gentle mates, now with infinitely fewer French players but still equally adored by the green suits, and good old Team Vitality sit pretty atop EU. Of those, only Vitality are yet to win an Open this season, as Oski defeated Vatira in the grand final of a third Open for the third time, this time with gentlemates. As for the Hornets, they've now lost to Carmine Corp 11 times in the RLCS, back to 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 back. Still, consecutive semi-finals and the only European team other than KC to make top 4 every time ain't bad. It's just not him. Ninjas in Pajamas played thrilling Rocket League at the kickoff LAN, finishing second in Europe and top 6 overall. That banked them enough points to make it to Boston, despite a pair of disappointing top 6s in subsequent online opens. Hopefully they live up to their usual high standards now they're back on the big stage, as CRR competes in a major representing the third region in his career.
Only watch LANs? Then your probs think our 2025 world champs are washed.
Where's NRG?
After winning Open 2 and 3, turns out NRG would still have topped the NA seedings if they hadn't entered Open 1 at all. Which they may as well have not even bothered doing, to be honest. If that's not what the kids call aura, I don't know what is. Seriously, I'm 32 now. A glance at the NA rankings shows Redacted as third seeds, but dig a little deeper, and, well...
Dazarin, you talked about 50s. Well, it's going Redacted's way right now. That's a good pop by Wavy. Hawk for himself. Got it. Oh, what a play!
After getting Rebellion at the kickoff LAN, Redacted have now beaten them twice in consecutive semi-finals. Sadly, they haven't figured out how to reliably get past NRG, though they have beaten them this season.
Wavy trying to finish. Oh, Wavy! Are you kidding?
If these three continue this trajectory, Redacted are a clear super team of the future. Buy whilst their stocks are rising. Rebellion heads will call us out for banging on about Redacted when it's their name in second place. To be fair, they've had some fantastic moments of their own.
Look at this one. No, look at that decal right there. You like the look at that Rebellion decal? That is absolutely beautiful.
And I'm sure they've scored some cool goals too.
That is absolutely beautiful.
But the truth is, since their very impressive kickoff LAN grand finals, Rebellion have been consistent, beating the teams tier listed below them, losing to the S-listers above them. If they're to match those kickoff LAN heroics, they'll have to do so much more than just follow the narrative when they're in Boston. Space Station Gaming and Foot Esports went right down to the wire, as 1 point separated them after Open 2. Each team's key moment came in Open 3's upper quarterfinals. Upset SSG here, and Foot had a clear path to Boston.
Just give the ball back to SSG. And look at what they do with it. Reveal almost found it. Diaz follow to Chronic. Blocked away. How does Frosty get that save? Oh.
Diaz up early. The shot is good. Diaz is on it today.
But the quality of Chronic, Diaz and Reveal was just too much in the end. Now, SSG have a chance to prove their kickoff LAN semi-finals was no fluke, and Chronic has a chance to respond to a certain former pro current streamer's allegations on the pitch.
The way you're playing right now, when you don't jump the way you are, it's called playing like Chronic. There's a pro player that doesn't really jump that much.
If last season taught us anything, all regions will have their part to play as we eventually crown the Boston major winner. Everyone hop aboard Air Stumpy as I fly you continent to continent and discover the key pre-Boston stories from around the Rocket League world. MENA was rocked into life by some big transfers. Falcons and their twins kicked TRK and brought in Drali, while TRK joined Nubo at Twisted Minds and brought in the GOAT. TM won Open 1. Falcons won the next 2. Simple. Except second seed Twisted Minds come into Boston, having lost to R8 Esports in Open 3's semi-finals. One to look at in the future perhaps, but for now it's Falcons 1, Twisted 2, as expected. Furia remained first seeds, but couldn't quite go perfect, thanks to a huge couple of results in Open 2.
Chamando no aéreo, Lost não tem recurso, sofreu o fake e tem gol! Saindo da primeira pressão, Reisbu ainda tenta, vai tentando de qualquer jeito deixar de seco a jacuada. E o Rocket League avisa, estamos no minuto final enquanto o MBR faz mais um!
With that open win and a grand final appearance versus a resurgent Furia in Open 3, Reisbull rolled back the years to shock Secret by reaching Boston with Made in Brazil, along with Sand and Astromic's first in 2.5 years. Speaking of rolling back the years, one man didn't.
What are you doing in my prac room?
Oceania became a 3-horse race, led by Power.
And they need to convert, yet Super Lucky says no, and Gus says that's an open net. We want this final. Gus gets credit for the goal.
Before Torsos and Wildcard came back.
The net looks kind of open. It's open, and that's gonna do it. Wildcard gets the win.
And then everyone's favourites, Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs, well, they got all sorts of involved in Open 3, knocking out Wildcard in the semis before reverse sweeping Power in Game 7 of the Grand Finals. By that point though, they'd already handed Australia's yellowest branded org the paid trip to Boston. This is the first RLCS LAN Torsos has missed since 2023, after attending 17 of the 20 he's been eligible for, and perhaps a passing of the torch to Fiber, Super Locky and Gus. APAC is looking like a one-team region, baby, and the name on everyone's lips? Well, it was Project De La Cruz, but now they've been picked up by TSM, and goodness me do they look spicy.
What is this passing play? Hammerdome, 131 kph by Kevin.
Malaysian Sphinx, Thailand's Kevin, and Deutsche Import Catalysm didn't have things all their own way, going to Game 7 in the Open 3 Grand Final. But they are far and away the region's top team. This season's region lock rule has been huge for Sub-Saharan African Rocket League. In SSA's closest season in years, Snowy, Guns and Import Tech Oz's 5 Fears won 2 of 3 Opens and will represent SSA on the big stage. Best of luck to them as we welcome South African players back to an RLCS major. The Boston Major's ready to get started, and that is enough from us. Now over to the players to put on the real show.